Hello everybody, David here. Thank you for watching Crazy Narcissist Ex-Girlfriend. This is a Q&A video, question and answer video, where I'm answering questions that were asked in the last Q&A video. And today, any questions you have, go down in the comment section below. Ask anything you want and I'll ask or answer your questions in the next Q&A video. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, I just want to say thank you to you guys very much. You guys have great questions, very involved. Thank you for all your support, your thumbs up, your likes, all of that. I really, really appreciate it. It's helping this channel grow, which helps, spread the word and awareness. So I really appreciate it. Thank you. And you guys are doing good leaving your location. So if you have questions, let me know where you're from. Just general, it doesn't have to be specific if you don't want to. And people really like that. I do, and I think others do too. So thank you. You guys are doing good with that. So Barbara BH, do you think your ex found the channel? I don't think my ex has found this channel until now, and I think she may know about it right now because I published my website in that forum, and I published a Facebook professional page, which I would really appreciate if you guys would go to and support it and like it, follow it, all that stuff. Really, really would help. Thank you. So I think that there's enough people that we both know that she knows about it. Any second now, if she doesn't already. Jennifer Pomeroy from Michigan. She says that her ex is a sociopath and wants to know if they get worse over time. Yes, they can get worse over time. They seem to get nastier and meaner and all that stuff. But now that's some people, personality disorders kind of seem to mellow out a little too. As we get older, our hormones drop, testosterone drops, and that makes us all a little bit more mellow. So they can get a little bit more mellow, but they can also get a little bit maybe more sick and dark in their abuse. Hope that helps. John Holtz from North Carolina. My ex would cry, act crazy, and I would try to break up with her, but she would disappear. She tells people she broke up with me. Does she actually believe this in her head? Well, no, she knows you broke up with her, right? But I mean, and she does sound borderline. She sounds like she's borderline personality disorder. And these people can, basically, man, they are all about the last word. They gotta be the one that broke up. They gotta have the last word. So, I mean, it's very important that she tells everybody this and she tries to believe it. Does she actually believe it? Probably not. I mean, she knows you broke up with her. Jenny VVR, how to act when you run into your ex, maybe even with the new supply. So how do you act? I talk about this a lot in a lot of other videos. And I tell people, if you're worried about them hoovering and you're worried, and this is fresh, and you're worried about them calling you and coming back and all this stuff, and you're so scared, the best thing to do is to rehearse what you want to do. What do you want to do? And talk about it. I talk about it in the mirror. Talk about it out loud. It helps, because then it's more real. It's kind of like you can think about what you want to say and you can practice what you want to say, and it's usually different. But, basically you don't want to do anything. And you don't want to react. You don't want to be emotional. You don't want to give them any of that. They'll twist and turn it around, and especially if you're still emotionally connected, you're going to be very upset. 10 years from now, your reaction probably wouldn't be that bad at all. But, a month after it's over, yeah, your reaction's going to be bad. So it's just really, don't think about what you want to do for now, but it shouldn't be much. No emotion, gray rock, all that they say, and just walk away. And, always the best thing to do to toxic people, the best reaction is either laugh or ignore. That's usually the best. Bobby P from New Jersey. If I was a difficult source for my ex and it was hard for my ex to break my boundaries, would they go for easier targets? The guy she discarded me for is a real pushover. Well, yeah, I mean, they hate boundaries, period, so they're going to try and be with people that don't have boundaries. People they can manipulate, lie to, and control. So, yeah, I mean, they go for people that don't have boundaries. For you to have boundaries, that's probably why the relationship ended. So good job, Bobby. Keep those boundaries. But, yeah, they're going to go with the person that doesn't have boundaries, for sure. Someone that is a real pushover. But they do like a fight. You know, they don't go for just the total pushover, typically. They are too easy to manipulate, and they don't give good attention. Just a viewer. Did your ex make you suicidal? Make you want to kill yourself? No. I didn't want to kill myself, and I was not suicidal. But I did have those feelings of doom and those feelings of not sure what I'm going to do, not knowing what to do, not knowing how I'm going to handle this. I did get feelings that were overwhelming, and definitely part of my life was unmanageable. I was lucky enough to be able to sell my house and not have to work for a little while. That helped. You know, the thing is, and this is fucked up because they want you to kill yourself, pretty much. I mean, I really believe that. And I know some really do. I know my ex wanted me to kill myself. She said when she discarded me, she kept calling me up and screwing with me. And she kept saying things that were like, you know, like, oh, I bet you'd want to kill yourself and stuff like that. And then she contacted my father, who she had never met, never talked to before. After 10 years of our relationship, I would never introduce them. So she found him, contacted him, and told him I want to kill myself. Just to fuck with my head. Nasty, nasty people. They would like you to kill yourself. And feeling suicidal is absolutely normal reaction to this. PTSD makes you suicidal. That's why 22 soldiers commit suicide every day. Kim Gray, how long does it take for the new supply to see who he is? Well, how long did it take you, Kim? Right? However long it took you, let's say it takes her. But, you know, it could be sooner, it could be longer. It's up to the individual to see this, and it's up to how they act towards them. Jeanette Jordan from California. If someone says, I have problems and I need attention, is that a red flag of a narcissist? Absolutely. Absolutely. Number one thing that a narcissist wants is attention. The number two thing they do is tell you about their fucking problems. Sounds like a narcissist to me, Jeanette. Samuel Gergen. When the new supply dumps your ex, do they reflect and realize you were good? So, you know, Samuel, this is something that we all think about, and we all want to know how they feel and what they're thinking and what they're doing with their new supply and after their new supply. And we never know, and we never get answers. I know that. So you're asking me what I think. When they move on to their new supply and that new supply dumps them, do they look back at you and say, wow, they were really good to me, they were a good source of supply? I don't know. I don't know. I mean, they know who their good sources of supply are. A really good source of supply would mean that they come back and hoover you. If that helps. If they're not hoovering you, even after the next person dumped them, they may not think you're a good source of supply, and that does not mean anything about who you are at all. It means that you're not a good source of supply at the moment. You know, don't forget that these people destroy you till you're not a good supply anymore anyways. You know, it's kind of like playing with playing too hard with a little tiny pet and you kill it, of mice and men or something, you know. I don't know. I hope that helps. I mean, they reflect. Borderlines do big time as well. Borderlines reflect. They keep mementos and photos and talk about you to everybody for the rest of their life. But do they reflect and realize you're a good source of supply? Well, if they hoover you, yeah. Anonymous from Tennessee, from Nashville. Why did my ex tell me he puts up puts me up high, but then treats me like shit. So he told you you're great, but treated you like shit. That's rule number one. Identify a narcissist when their words don't match their actions, right? They tell you you're great and treat you like shit. Well, which one's right? Treat you like shit. That's who they are. Because it's easy to tell you anything, right? Angel, Georgina from the UK. What do you think about my ex dressing as a woman behind closed doors and saying he feels like a woman trapped in a man's body? The difference, the weird thing is here, if that's not weird enough, is he mirrored her and dressed just like her and everything else. Is this to idolize their creation of false self? That's a complicated question, and I'm not exactly sure what you're asking. And it's okay, it doesn't matter, I don't know. I don't know why a narcissist who is a closet cross-gender would dress up just like you. I mean, these people don't, okay, let me make a stab in the dark. They don't have a personality, right? They mirror you to be with you. They mirror a bunch of other people. Okay, these people mirror everyone, really. And I tell this to people. This is interesting. If you were to talk to your ex, if your ex goes right from you to someone else, and you don't talk to them while they're with that person, and say that person is really different than you, totally different likes, totally different, does different things and sounds different, looks different, all this. They're mirroring that person too now for the 6 months, okay, whatever. If you talk to your ex, they sound different. They act different. They sound different. They might even look different. It's really weird. It's because they're mirroring someone else. It's crazy. And then they'll tell you, you sound different. You're different. It's like, no, I'm not. You're a different fucking person. You know, but whatever. It's crazy. How do you deal with stalking when you call the police twice with PTSD? So Jenny Marcus, you have PTSD and your ex is stalking you and you've now called the police twice on him. How do you deal with it? Get a lawyer, file for a restraining order, file for protection order, file a lawsuit, make a lawyer write a threat letter to him. Your lawyer will know what that is. It gets people off your back with the threat of a lawsuit and criminal action. So these are some things you can do, Jenny. Okay, another thing you can do is get a big dog, a big gun, move, alarm system, security cameras. That's another really good thing. You can get for cheap. You can get a single action video camera above your door, way up high, that will film him coming over to your house and bothering you. If he's ever been allowed in your house, if you've ever allowed him in your house, which I'm sure you have, this is very difficult legally because now he has the right to enter your house whenever he wants. Pretty much. I mean, I know laws can be different in different states, but typically if you have allowed someone and invited someone to enter your house, they're pretty much can never break it and enter your house again. I mean, they are allowed to come in and walk into your house. There's not much you can do. But now you can, Jenny, because you're a female and this guy's harassing you and stalking you. So take action. I know this is tough. I know it's hard, but do this for yourself. You will feel good about this later. Things like this make you stronger. Okay? Things like this. If you go and get a lawyer and write him a letter and you file for a restraining order and you do these things and he stops leaving you alone and you win, it feels good. Okay? Trust me. And if you don't think it does, it will. And if it doesn't right away, it will later. I promise. Good luck, Jenny. I'm sorry. Darnell Jones, are you a sports fan? Yes, I am. Go Titans. And I was going to say that to the last person from Tennessee, and I forgot. Huge Titans fan. Does Lavar Ball's behavior towards media make him a covert narcissist? Well, I watched it, and no, that's not a single incident to make someone a narcissist. Is it narcissistic? Sure, it's toxic, it's mean, it's sexist, it's tasteless. There's no couth in that at all, but is he a narcissist because of that? No. My ex-narc broke my heart. And if you guys want to know, If this is what you're talking about, Darnell, Lavar Ball is getting interviewed by a man, and there's another female host over here, and she butts in, and he says, stay in your lane, and they fight, and this and that. If that's what you're talking about, no. I don't believe that makes him a narcissist. My ex-narc broke my heart. That's your name. This is my ex-narc broke my heart. My ex takes longer time with our children during visits, and I'm uncomfortable with this, but it's okay with me. I let it happen. Should I not? Like for court reasons and stuff like this? No, you know what? It's good to be flexible with these people. It's good to not fight back too much and start fights that don't need to be there. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to learn to be a little flexible. And if you are, that's good. Patient and flexible. Patience and flexibility is what you need when you share children with a narcissist. Maggie Mason from Australia. Do narcissists pass lie detectors? Great question. Yes, they can. And I've heard definitely like psychopaths can. They have no empathy, no remorse, so they're not afraid of being caught. When I was training to be a police officer, and one of the courses I was taking was interviewing and interrogations, when you want to get the truth out of someone, the one reason I can get the truth out of somebody is because they're scared of the result. Okay? So if they don't give a shit what I think, then no, they aren't going to care. And they're going to be able to lie to me, and I'm not going to be able to tell, and I'm not going to be able to get them to admit it. So, but if you're scared to death, and you know what charges you're facing, and if you're scared of something happening, and you know it's probably going to happen, right, then I'm probably going to know you're lying, and I'm probably going to get you to admit it. And cops and lie detectors are going to detect this. Now, if you don't have remorse, and you don't care, and you're not scared of the outcome, you're not scared of this and that, you can pass a lie detector test. Now, those are almost impossible to pass. They're not as easy as you think, but I have heard of psychopaths passing lie detectors. Cloudy Skies from Ann Arbor, Michigan. How do I get over the addiction of my ex? Common question. So, they're like a drug, right? Now the drug's gone. Well, what do drugs do? It raises endorphins in your brain. So what do you do now? You do things that naturally raise endorphins in your brain. If this becomes totally unmanageable, you can go to a doctor and get antidepressants. That's what that is. But I don't recommend that to anybody. If you can get through this on your own, then do so. I don't think I need to, have a huge list of ways to naturally raise your endorphins, right? Things that make you feel good. Okay? So, isolating and thinking about him doesn't help. Going out and being active and doing stuff and talking to people and looking them in the eye and touching them and hugging them and saying, I love you, all these things help get over this, okay? Raise your endorphins naturally. Go do exciting, fun stuff. Carolina Rose. My ex told me about many bad things her father did. And she talked really bad about their father. But why do they worship the memory now? Attention. Everybody feels sorry for someone who has a loss in their family. And when that person died, they learned that. They saw all the attention they got, and they're just fucking writing it out. K. Wright, 0521, or otherwise known as Kimber. Why would some narcissists not have social media? My guess, one guess, would be so they don't get found out. These people are paranoid. They know what they are. When they enter a relationship, they're afraid of you discovering what they are. That's actually in my next video. I'll talk a little bit more about that in the next video. Hope that helps, Kimber. Why would my ex want to marry me so bad and tell me how bad they want to marry me and try so hard, but then not marry me and go right to the next one instead and marry them? Who knows exactly, Kimber? I mean, who knows? Maybe he got cold feet marrying you because your attention that you were giving him kind of went downhill, maybe. Maybe this next person has a limited amount of money and can take care of them for the rest of their life, so they got them to marry them. These are things that they do. They'll get married to someone, have children with someone, start a business with someone, get a loan with someone. These are ways to tie them in. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Sorry, I can't help you more. Justin Holtz. Do they have hoover? Do narcissists hoover all their exes? No. Usually hoover them, yes. All of them, every single one of them? No. Probably not, right? Good guess. Well, yes, and there are reasons. Watch my video, Resist the Hoover. It'll talk all about this. It'll talk about reasons they hoover and reasons they don't hoover. Because there are reasons they don't hoover, right, guys? I mean, give some examples. If they dump you because your attention sucks, you don't give them the attention they want anymore, and they meet someone else who I was just talking about, who's rich and can take care of them forever and take care of their kids and stuff like that, then they're going to marry them right away, you know? That's one way to lock them in. But yeah, watch Resist the Hoover. It should help. Thank you, Kimber. Justin. Sean Blight. Will a narcissist classify someone as bad supply when you call them out on their BS? Yes, that is a great way to get rid of a narcissist. It's a great way to get them to stop hoovering you and stop contacting you. Every time they contact you, you say, you have a personality disorder, you're a sick fuck, goodbye, leave me alone. I mean, every time they contact you and you just say, you're a sick fuck, you're a narcissist, personality disorders, leave me alone, bye. You know, and you're not giving them any attention, you're not engaging with them and all that stuff. Yes, but the fact that you know, yes, they don't like that. Okay, some will ignore it. Some will see if you ignore it. They'll come back and see if you say it again. But typically, that's the number one way to get rid of someone, of a narcissist. Keep telling them that they're nasty, bad person, because nobody ever wants to be a bad person. No one, not even a narcissist, wants to be a bad person. That's why they'll do all these bad things to you and say, no, you did it, I'm not bad. And they lie and all this shit. If they really didn't care about being a bad person, then they just would let everyone think they're a bad person. But they realize that they don't get what they need in life that way. They don't want to burn bridges. Okay, all of this shit is to get what they need. Because they don't have love and empathy and remorse, and they can't act like we can to get what they need normally from people. So those are all the questions. You know, I talked about this in the last Q&A video. My current girlfriend is being interviewed by somebody, and I'm going to air this next week, I think. And everybody keeps thinking it's my ex-girlfriend. No, I'm not in contact with my ex-girlfriend. I don't care about an interview with my ex-girlfriend, and I wouldn't do it. But this is my current girlfriend. Okay, so look out for it. It should be out next week. And don't forget, visit my website. Check out the forum, you guys, if you want to interact with other people like us in a safe place and an environment. And don't forget to go to my Facebook and give it a like and support me. Thank you so much, guys. Take care. Love yourself first, okay? That's it. Bye-bye. Danny Dog Productions.